So I have not really talked on camera before, so if this is bad, sorry. Hey, bud. Um, anyway, I wanted to try this new thing where basically I just talk about whatever's interesting to me right now. I kind of need to do this for my mental health, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I guess I just want to talk about some things as a stream of consciousness and forget everything else and whatever. So, anyway, this is my dog. Lay down. Anyway, so first I just want to talk about, I guess, a book that kind of fucked me up. So, you can read that. It says The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Never read it before, didn't watch the movies, didn't really know what it was about. But then it turns out that I kind of do, because the answer is 42. I had no idea that this is where that came from. So basically, I read this today, and there was something, it kind of blew my mind, honestly. And I don't know how or why, I can't put it into words. And so, it's really weird for a book to kind of leave me speechless in a way that no other book really has. It just, you can't explain this book, really. It's just smart. And obviously it's a little like, I want to say nihilistic, but I'm not sure if that's the correct word. So I'm just gonna move on and say that this book, it's about humanity, even though there's really no humans left because the Earth died, and then you find out that the Earth was just a computer, and I don't know, it's all very confusing, and the character in the book is also very confused, and yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to say about it. I don't know if this is a good video. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this. If I do, how did you find me? Leave it, comment, because honestly, that would fascinate the crap out of me. I would be like, how did you possibly come by this video? I mean, it's my first video, so maybe somewhere down the line I'm like this huge YouTuber, which I'm probably not, but maybe I am, and everybody wants to watch the first video. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm kind of depressed, honestly. I just had a really good talk with my sister, but you can't, like, really explain what depression feels like. I had no idea what it was really like. I thought it was kind of made up. And I know that sounds, like, awful to say, but as a kid, like, you don't really think these things are real. You think, oh, they're just saying that because I don't know why I thought they were just saying that. Like, who just says shit like that? They don't just say that. Like, they don't just say I'm depressed or have anxiety or, you know, stuff like that. But it's true. It's all fucking true. And I didn't realize it until I was 27 years old, but here I am. And I don't know. I guess my future's kind of up in the air. So it was kind of interesting to read this book because, you know, we get to know this person, this character, Arthur Dent, and you kind of, you get to see him try to save his house, which he hates living in, and everything like that. And then, like, literally 3 chapters in, sorry, spoilers, 3 chapters in, you just, like, the world gets destroyed, the Earth gets destroyed, and he gets, like, brought along by this hitchhiker guy, and who we thought was a human, and this, by all probability, he gets, like, to find out all this crazy shit about how the Earth was made and who is actually the smartest species. That, honestly, I just don't understand how anybody can write such a masterpiece. This, I mean, Douglas Adams, you know, I haven't read, so the reason why I actually got this book, I bought it a couple days ago, maybe, or was it last week? It was last week. So I bought it last week. I bought the whole series, so I'll probably read all of them. But the reason why I bought it is because I started watching Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, and I know that like he had nothing to do with Douglas Adams had nothing to do with the show, and that's vastly different than the Dirk Gently books, I think. But there was something unique about the Dirk Gently show that is so, it just gets me, you know, like I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and everything that they're saying, that the universe just is, it's fascinating. It just things happen just because, and it really made me like happy in a weird way to think, oh, this is just the universe trying to understand itself, I guess. And then because we think that the universe is trying to understand itself, it's like we're the universe realizing that we're the universe trying to understand ourselves. It's all very confusing and interesting, and it kind of puts you in perspective of like, who cares? Like, does any of it matter? Does any of it matter? And so that's why I bought these books, because I heard that he wrote Dirk Gently, and then I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I've heard of that, like in passing, but I had no idea that it spawned so much, like the thing about dolphins. Oh god, that's probably one of my favorite lines in the whole book, is about the dolphins. Like, humans think that we're smarter than dolphins because they just, you know, fan about in a fucking ocean or whatever, and then dolphins think that they're smarter than humans for that exact same reason. And it's like, oh shit, god, I wish I was a dolphin. I wish I was a dolphin so badly. This is gonna be a weird fucking video, I think. And I think I'm gonna post it. You know, I'm not like a big huge fan of trying to, what do you call that? Trying to edit it. I'm not good at editing. Like, I have edited before, but I find no enjoyment in it at all. So I was like, oh, you know what? Let me just do like a stream of consciousness kind of thing, you know? And so here I am, I'm sitting on my floor in my bedroom, and I'm not going to edit this at all. Like, I'm not going to edit out the beginning where I'm setting up the camera. And like, I don't have a microphone. I should probably buy a microphone. But no, you know, fuck it, who cares? Like, this is honestly just for me. If nobody else watches this, I don't think I'm gonna care. Like, I would actually be surprised if anybody found this video. Unless seriously, I suddenly find such like a special interest in this kind of thing that I literally... Okay, because, okay, so I'm autistic, I think, but I'm pretty sure I am. I mean, if you think you're autistic, you probably are. And so I'm not diagnosed, because honestly I didn't realize that I might be until like a month ago, if that, maybe even less than that. But I was watching this YouTube video about the new music, or the new movie, Music by Sia, and how it was like harmful to the autistic community. And one of the YouTubers I watched had an autistic girl come on. She's like very popular on TikTok or whatever, and she came on, and I was watching her talk, and I just went, holy shit, why is this person me? Like, why is this person me? Like, obviously she's not exactly me. She's much smarter than me, first of all. Like, she's got like a brilliant mind, and I don't really like, I was gifted as a kid. Like, I was pretty gifted. I can see things that other people can't really see. Like, I can see patterns and things. And I kind of have like a photographic memory, I guess, but not really. Like, I think it was much better when I was younger. Like, I don't know, maybe the weed. I smoke way too much, but or I guess I eat edibles way too much. I don't really smoke that often. There's not like, I don't like to smoke in my house, and then I live in like a little condo community, I guess, and I don't want to smoke outside on my little deck either. It's right next to, no. So I'm not doing that. And that's okay. Smoking's bad for you, so I'll just eat an edible. But I've been, like, weaning back on the edibles, too, because, like, well, honestly, I got sativa. I don't really like sativa that much. I don't know. My sister ordered it, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. And then I was like, oh, no, I miss my other... I miss my indica. That helped me sleep better. But I should probably buy some better weed. Or maybe just CBD. Maybe I just forget the weed. Like, maybe I don't want to be high when I'm home, you know? Like, by myself. It's weird. I don't like it. So maybe I'll just get, like, CBD without the THC in it. And then it'll just help me sleep. Which I'll need, because I've been having a really hard time sleeping lately. But, anyway. So, I think I'm autistic. Probably am. Not really sure. I want to go get diagnosed, but I can't even go to the doctor. Like, the anxiety of trying to find a doctor is, like, killing me, because I don't have a doctor since I moved here. I just go to the clinic if I ever feel ill, and that's not... I should get a doctor. I should go to a doctor and at least get myself checked out, because I haven't done a physical in a really long time. Wow, this is such a screaming consonant. I am all over the place. Anyway, but I guess I really want to get diagnosed. I want to know for sure, like, because I think I am. And I asked my sister, I said, hey, because she used to, like, you know, we used to joke around a lot, like, that I had Asperger's, which I realized, can you believe that Asperger's is horribly, what a horrible term. It was named after this Asperger's guy who was, like, a Nazi, I guess. And he just, he just saw that some autistic people were, like, higher functioning, I guess, which also, you don't need to use functioning labels. Trust me, I have gone, like, down the deep end when it comes to autism. I have been researching everything I could possibly think of, because I keep seeing, like, things that match me and things that don't. And so the things that don't, that make me feel like I'm a fraud for thinking that I am. But then, I don't know, like, I don't really have an issue with eye contact, I guess. But then I think, oh, well, maybe that's because one of your eyes is fake, Rachel. Maybe because you don't have two eyes, that has affected your eye contact, your reason for eye contact your whole life or whatever. So it's like, and a lot of autistic people don't actually have problems with eye contact. Like, they're totally fine. And I don't know. But there's, like, some things where it's just like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like, I have such, like, I get obsessed with things, like, to the point where it's the only thing I want to talk about ever. And so that's why I think this is going to be kind of cool, because, like, what am I going to talk to my family about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? They don't care, or at least they feel like they wouldn't care, and that's my anxiety rearing back up again. But, like, I don't want to talk to them about this unless they have also read it. And so it's better to just talk to myself, I guess. And I could just look at myself in the little viewfinder here and be like, hey, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, wasn't that fucking crazy? I read it out loud. Like, so I was like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Audible probably would have been really good for this. I heard Stephen Fry, did the Audible for this. Or what do you call that? Where they, like, read the book to you. Audible, I guess. But what's it called? Like an ebook? No, because the ebook is like Kindle. What is that called? I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, yeah. So, anyway, I don't want to talk to my family about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy unless they have also read it and want to talk to me about it. And so I can recommend it. But I'm so tired of talking about my special interests and then have their eyes glaze over, and I'm just like, oh, I'm annoying you, sorry. And it's just like, okay, that makes me think that I might be autistic or ADHD, but I think it's the autistic thing. Because my sister, when we were younger, we used to joke around about me having Asperger's. Like, in her phone, my name was butt hot dogs, you know, like Asperger's. And so in her phone, my name was Butt Hot Dogs for a while. I think it might be just Rachel now. But I don't know. I had a couple different nicknames growing up. And she also called me the R word. Back then, I thought it was funny. Now, probably wouldn't find it very funny. She wouldn't find it very funny either. We both grown up since then. Probably shouldn't tell you that. Probably shouldn't put that on the internet. Oh well. I'm not going to edit this because editing is boring. It's so boring. I hate it so much. I can't stand editing. And that's what has made me not want to do a YouTube channel because I have things to talk about, obviously. Here I am. What were we, 15 minutes in? 16 minutes in? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm so... Anyway. Oh, also stimming. Like, I thought, I don't stim. And then I realized that I fucking stim. Like, a crazy person. I guess I just didn't, like, I don't have, like, weird, like, I don't have, like, weird stimming. Like, that sounds horrible. I don't want to say, like, people who stim weirdly have weird stims. Like, that has honestly changed my whole perception about people who stim in public. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for ever, like, thinking that is bad. Like, oh, I feel terrible. And I would never say it to their face, like, why are you doing that? But, like, even, like, my future brother-in-law, he'll be sitting there and he'll be, like, shaking his leg. And it's like, I would stop him. I'd be like, but that's also, like, my thing. Like, I have to stop him because it's driving me fucking nuts. So it's like, okay, you're driving me crazy. You have to stop the shaking. But then I'm sure it's not like, it's just like it's a tick. Like, it's a stim. Like, he's stimming. He's getting that excess energy out. And it's like, see with my hands? I had no idea that I stimmed so much. And one of the ones that I thought was really crazy that I learned is some people, they will, like, tap themselves or tap a desk or whatever to match the syllables that you're saying. And I used to do that all the time, and I still do. But that's funny. I picked it back up once I realized, oh, that's such a good way for me to get out my, like, stimming. Because it's just like, I would do jingle bells all the time. It would be like, jingle bells, jingle all the way. And then if it didn't end on the pinky, I would restart the song until it did. God. Ugh. And then what was the other one that I used to do all the time? Oh, so I play with my rings a lot and my necklaces. I'm so glad I don't have earrings. Oh, that would drive me crazy. I'm so glad I don't have earrings. I mean, I'm really glad that I never got my ears pierced. Oh, I would play with it so much. But yeah, anyway, so, like, my necklaces, I would, like, you know, chew on them, and, like, I used to hang them from my, like, lip, like, pretend it was, like, a lip ring. Oh god, could you imagine if I had a lip ring? Oh god. I would never be able to stop playing with my lip. Ugh, it'd be so infected. But anyway, then my rings, which this is a really cool ring. I really like this ring. But I took this, like, I used to, like, take the ring off and then, like try and squeeze it back into its normal shape, because I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty flat. I need to get it, like, reshaped, but I'm too lazy. Or actually, I just have really bad. I just can't function. Like, it's like, oh, I could probably just go right down the street and take this to the jeweler and get it fixed, but I ain't doing that. That sounds exhausting, honestly. I don't even like going to the grocery store. I hate going to the grocery store. But it's so much better now because I have these wireless headphones. Ooh, Raycons. And so I just put the headphones in and nobody bothers me. I wear a mask now because everybody wears a mask. Thank God. That's, like, one of the greatest things about COVID. It's, like, one of the only greatest things about COVID. God, I can't wait for COVID to be over with. I'm done. It's just causing me such anxiety, and I just want it to be over with. So, like, everybody get, like, vaccinated, please, so we can just be done with this. Like, I don't know. My grandma's getting vaccinated. She actually got her first one, so next month she'll get her second one. I'm happy for her. Hopefully she can get out of the house a little bit more, because she's just been stuck inside all day with my parents. Not fun. I am definitely going to need to start a new channel that nobody knows about and nobody's ever going to find. Maybe I shouldn't post this. God. See, I keep doing this too. Like, I play with my hair a lot. Oh my gosh. I need a haircut. It's too shaggy. It's too much. Maybe if I just put it up. Then maybe, yeah. Anywho, I guess, nobody's gonna be watching this. But that's okay. You know, it's funny, what was I watching? It's pretty recent. But they're talking about fame and how everybody wants to be famous now. And they'll just work towards doing something so that people will know them. And I'm sitting here like, oh my god, please, nobody know who I am. I didn't want to even put my face on here, but it's just so much easier than having to, like, I don't know, edit, like, some game footage in, or, like, I don't know. I was gonna do, like mountain biking videos. Like, I don't mountain bike, but my future brother-in-law does, and he'll, like, I wanted to get him, like, a GoPro, which I probably still will for, like, his birthday, but I want to get him, like, a GoPro so that he can film his, like, his rides, which would be kind of cool. I want to see it, just in general, because, I don't know, he's really passionate about it, and I like people who are passionate about things. It's, like, my whole thing, like, I want people to be passionate about things. Like, it just will drive me crazy about my dad. Like, he is not passionate about anything, like, nothing. And I keep saying passionate wrong. I keep saying passionate, which is weird. Anyway, and so he's not passionate about anything. Like, he does, like, golf, I guess, but it's not like he, like, gushes about his golfing. Like just tell me how you did. Like, but I guess when you golf the same golf course every day and with the same people every day, it's like, ooh. Yeah. And none of them are even a match for him because they're all, like, 80 years old. He's only, like, 60. So he's like, he's out there, like, freaking nailing it. And these old guys are, like, you know, they're like, consistent, but they're not, like, so I guess he does tell me stuff, just not anymore. That's probably because nothing's happened in his life. But anyway, like, I want to talk to him about things that I enjoy, but he just shuts me down, like, all the time. Like, he's talking about, he watched the new Wonder Woman movie, and, like, I didn't, but I watched, like, a bunch of YouTube videos about it, because I heard it was terrible, and I want to know why. So I'm watching all these YouTube videos, and apparently, oh god, the stuff that I heard. Why? Why would anybody... Why? Why would they make that movie? Like, why would you do that to your Wonder Woman character? Wonder Woman was so cool. I was, like, obsessed. Like, I really liked the first Wonder Woman movie, up to a point. I didn't like the last quarter of the movie. It was like, ugh, no. But the first 3 quarters were actually really good. I really liked it. I was like, this is fun. And, like, when she goes across No Man's Land, I was like, hell yeah. That's so cool. Like, she was so cool. And I was like, finally, like, female superhero who could kick ass, and it's like, yes, it's what I want. And, like, Gal Gadot is not, like, a great actress, and she kind of fucked herself with the whole Hallelujah video at the beginning of quarantine, because it's just like, that's all we see now, and now all we see is this horrible Wonder Woman movie where she's just not a great actress, and you realize that, and it's sad. It's sad. Anyway, so my dad watched this movie, right? And I was like, oh, I heard that wasn't very good. What did you think? And he was like, yeah, they're right. It's not very good. And I was like, oh, what wasn't good about it? You know? He had nothing to say. And I was just like, just have a conversation with me about something that I care about, which I know is superhero movies, but, like, come on, man. Like, I love superhero movies. Just join me in a conversation for, like, once. Just once. And, like, oh, I had dinner with my parents and my grandma Like last week, we actually went out to a restaurant, which is crazy, but it was just like one of the restaurants we always go to. It's like our family restaurant. Not our family restaurant. We don't run the family. We don't run the restaurant, but we've been going there since I was like a baby. So everybody knows us there. We get greeted every time we go in. It's pretty adorable, honestly. So we go there. It's a Mexican restaurant, and we're sitting there, and my mom and my grams are like, they're talking because they're passionate about things. My mom goes, "Have you heard about the new like art exhibit that's like going to happen or whatever, or is happening currently?" I don't know. I didn't look into it, but it sounds cool. But she was talking about how like you can like kind of step into a room and you like walk into a painting. Sounds really cool, right? Like that sounds amazing. And I looked to my dad and I go, "Oh, yeah, that'd be really cool. Like, what do you think?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, your wife is sitting there talking about how cool this would be, how she really wants to go do that thing, and you just like, like, come on, man, like, just enjoy things. Like, why can't you just, or let other people enjoy things? Like, you just shut it down. It's become a problem, honestly. My dad shuts down conversations quite a bit. Like, he doesn't want us to argue, I guess, but it's like, but that's like the whole fun of it. Like, he just wants to be right all the time. And so when he argues, when he debates, I guess, it turns into an argument because his way or no way, right? Like, his way is the right way, which is annoying. Like, his thoughts on gun control, just his. Like, nobody else could have an opinion. I left that conversation immediately. It was like Super Bowl. I think this is Super Bowl? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, so we had that conversation over Super Bowl. But when my dad's not there, my mom can start a conversation and we can actually debate about things. Like, you're talking about trans people, because Joe Biden had like, he came out with like a bunch of trans bills, I guess, that helped trans people, which is awesome. And so one of them was like make them feel better in locker rooms and stuff like that, and that sparked like a lot of people to be like, "Oh, they can't play sports because that's not fair." And it's like, trans women, I guess, like trans men, nobody cares. If a trans man wants to play on a sports team, they can. Like, nope, nobody gives a shit. Because apparently women are weak, which is so weak. But trans women were originally men, so like they're bigger and whatever. Anyway, so they can't play on the high school women's basketball team or track team or whatever. And so that sparked like a really cool debate. Like, we were talking and it was really interesting and like everybody got into it, and the dad came downstairs, and because the conversation had already started, he can join in. But if my mom started that conversation when my dad was there, there's no way that conversation would have started at all. Like, he would have shut that down so fast, and it's just annoying. It's annoying. How am I gonna end this? I had been talking for almost 30 minutes, and like, I almost looked at a fake watch. I just have a bracelet on. Anyway, I guess I don't know how to end this, or why I would want to. Maybe I want to go for an hour. Sure, let's go for an hour. Like, maybe not. But I want to talk about, let's see, what else have I been doing lately? Well, mostly I've just been watching a bunch of trans people. I'm like really into it. Like, I know that sounds terrible, but it's kind of like my obsession right now is I just want to be like a really good ally. I don't know. Well, actually, I guess I'm part of the LGBTQA plus community because I'm aromantic and asexual. But I think that I had like a bias towards trans people for a long time, and I don't want to have that bias anymore. I thought they were weird, and I realize now, after watching a bunch of trans YouTubers say their piece, they're not weird. Unfortunately, a lot of trans people in media, or in previous media, I guess, they think they're trans because they are a cat, or they're a vampire, or whatever the fuck. And it's like, that's so hurtful to actual trans people. Like, they are just in the wrong body. They're not trying to be a 5-year-old girl, you know? They're just born. They're just born. And it sucks. I want them to not have to go through the shit that they're going through. And yeah, so that's kind of been my YouTube habits right now. I watch a lot of trans YouTubers, so and maybe I'll talk about them, you know, later, once I've watched more of their videos, because I subscribe to like 4 of them, I think, but I've only watched, because, okay, so the thing is when I watch YouTube videos, I will subscribe to a person, and then I will queue every single one of their videos that they've ever created, no matter how long they've been on the freaking platform, and then I'll watch, like, almost every single one of them. Like, it's honestly so hard and annoying, but I have to. I've been trying to get better about it. Like, there are some people, there's actually a couple of the trans YouTubers that I subscribe to, that I was queuing up their videos, and I was like, I don't need to watch these old as fuck videos. Like, who cares about them? Like, I want to see who they are now. Like, I want to get to, like, the now. So I started, like, just going back, like, 2 years maybe, and just doing the 2-year chunk of videos, and only the ones that interest me, and if it's something that I haven't seen before, because a lot of times they'll talk about the same things that I've already seen other YouTubers do. Like, a lot of commentary channels do the same commentary on the same movies and the same TV shows and the same commercials and stuff like that. And, like, I don't need to watch all that, you know? So, so I'll just skip those. And I've been a little bit better, a little bit pickier about how I spend my time. I watch all my YouTube videos at 2 times speed. So, if you're watching this at 2 times speed, how do I sound? Because I worry that I talk too fast already. And so I want to know if 2 times speed is, like, insane and you can't understand anything I'm saying. Who knows? I can't watch anything at 1 time speed anymore. It is so hard. It's so slow. I don't understand how people do it. It's like, oh my god, get to the point. Like, I'll go over to my parents' house and they'll be sitting there and they're watching a cop show. One they've probably seen 1,000 times, right? And it's on the TV, and it's just like, oh my god, get to the point. And it's just, it makes the acting look so bad and boring. And it's just like,